It says we're live, Chris.
We're good.
Yeah. Wow. So that was intense.
That was
An intense hour there.
Yeah, man.
Hour plus, maybe.
Yeah, that was a solid episode.
Yeah.
Got to be one of the best. And it wasn't even that much like Hard Home was good because it was just great battle scene. 2 episodes was good because of another good battle scene and some dragons. But this was like heartbreaking and
Yeah, this was rough.
yep.
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck just happened?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that happened in that episode. There was... Ah, man.
Dude, we're down a dragon. Like, this is still fucking me up, man. Like, shit. Not only that, yeah, there was a +2 shift, like, you know? Like, the Night King took out one of their dragons and then got one of his own.
They traded a white for a dragon.
Yeah, that's a bad trade.
That's a horrible trade.
Yeah, like, you get fired if you make that trade. Like, oh, man. But that wasn't the most surprising thing in the episode.
No.
No. By far the most surprising thing had to be that the Night King has got a fucking arm, man. Like, I want that dude to play quarterback for my team.
An Olympian right there.
Oh,
man.
my God.
What did you do in your past life?
Yeah. Shit.
Dude, and then the explosion. That was, like, dead on.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess let's talk about all the Eastwatch stuff. That's the big thing, so maybe we should just kind of knock all that out and go from there.
Yep.
Yeah, so they were trudging through the snow. And they played more with those character dynamics, right? We kind of saw that last week. Everybody had a reason to hate everyone. And,
yep.
You know, they kind of messed around with that. And then they threw in, like, the dire bear, or polar bear. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm with Mal Reynolds on this one.
I definitely thought there were going to be some more dead people, just Thoros.
Yeah, and a bunch of, you know what I mean, like, yellow suits.
Yep.
Ain't that the old Star Trek thing, right? You wear yellow, you're dead, or was it red? I forget what it was. But, yeah. And, yeah, I guess Thoros is kind of a throwaway. It changes the dynamic for all of them, right? There's no revives, and especially for Barrack. Yeah, man, red shirts, there we go. I'm like, red, but Picard and Riker wore red. Yeah. But it was the first series, right?
Yeah, it's,
yeah.
Barrack has no healer now, so it's like, oh, that's it, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
But his red sword, or his fire sword still works, so that's good.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, so he still has that, which didn't really do much. It seems like it's just for show.
Yeah, I guess not. Melisandre's coming back, though, right? For, to die. Maybe she can res John one more time and then die.
One more time.
She didn't say when I come back, I will die the second I get here. She just said I have to come back
here
to
come
die.
back to die.
Yeah.
All right.
That didn't give a timeline. Like, she could buy a house in Dorne and live there comfortably for 20 years and then die. Like, you know.
Then again, John doesn't need plot armor. I mean, he revives because he's got plot armor like crazy. It's very important.
So it would seem.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's hella good, Mal. Yeah.
Dragon eggs?
Yeah.
Could be.
If anybody could bring them back, I mean, you know. Although, then again, at this point, maybe that's no good, right? You know. Or, actually, she should bring back plans for dragon shields, you know? Like, just nice mounted armor to put all around the dragons.
Some good dragon
you know,
armor.
Can block Night King spears. Oh, man.
We had a nice dynamic between the Hound and Tormund.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool because they were kind of like, especially when they were talking about Brienne, that was great. I mean, they were really getting into it. And
the Hound being a team player.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, that was weird.
Yep.
Although it makes sense, I would think he would get along more with like Tormund and Wildlings than he would with the Brotherhood Without Banners.
I would assume so too, yeah.
So.
But it seems he's fighting for the good rather than just whoever gives him orders.
Yeah.
He seems to be freed to do what he wants to do.
Oh, man.
And he chose to fight White Walkers.
What did you think about the whole dire polar bears thing, though? Because I was kind of like, did we really need that? Like,
I don't think we needed it, but
Like,
it's kind
I
of
was
cool.
like, it was a lot of time they spent that we could have been doing something more productive with as far as the show goes.
This is true. I wonder what their point of that.
I don't know if it was just to like emphasize like the dangers of headed to the north.
That it could be just what they have. I don't know. Maybe they're just like foreshadowing the dragon coming back. Like they take animals,
Oh, you know what?
you know?
That would be a good use there. Although I think we kind of
Everyone knew this was going to happen at some point, just not how.
yeah, man. Yeah, when he picked up the spear, I was like, oh, John's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, actually, my first thought was, oh, the dragon's in trouble. And then I was like, no, he can't hit a dragon with a spear. So then I was like, John's in trouble. Then you saw the dragon flying, and I was like, no. I was like, he can't possibly hit a fucking dragon with a spear.
I thought he was going to hit the one on the ground.
That thing took off like a Scud missile, man. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah. I think I'm going to be depressed all day for the eclipse tomorrow because of the poor dragon.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, but we kind of saw some of that, right? Because the White Walkers had... Well, they had kids, they had giants. I guess maybe that's
it was
all
just kids and
considered the
giants. We
same.
didn't see any animals. Oh, the horses.
Yeah.
That was the only
Yeah,
thing
the
we saw.
horses, yeah.
I thought Melisandre was going to Volantis and not Asai.
Well, he said that's where she's from.
Yeah, but I thought she was going to Volantis.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm not,
Perhaps there's more. Perhaps they... I mean, think about it. They thought the ones they gave Dany were dead. They didn't realize
they just thought
that...
they were dead.
Yeah, they just didn't know you got to cook them at, like, you know, 1,000
yourself.
degrees for 90 minutes, you know? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what's in Volantis that makes her want to go back, though. That part's a little confusing, but we'll see. She'll show up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was...
the fight... It was cool. They kind of learned a bit of the gimmick with the White Walkers, because when Jon kills the one,
they all drop.
Except the one they needed. Thank God, right? Surprisingly, what I don't get is why nobody wanted to probe into that more. You know,
yeah.
Like, hey, how come this one didn't? Like they kind of said, oh, maybe you didn't get it. Like that's it. So that's how it works. Like
yeah, I guess they just said he didn't raise that one, so he didn't have control over it. And the only way to kill them all is to kill the Night King, because he raised one. He raised a group. They raised more. It's like a pyramid scheme, shitty pyramid scheme. Kill him. Whoever he's rezzed, they all die. And whoever they res, they all die. Because they take out the Night King, take out all of them, which is what Barrack was saying.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Ah, you think? Maybe.
Could be.
He does seem to have some crazy powers, like the ability to swap Bran off when he just knows he's watching him. He may have known.
Yeah, maybe he knew they were coming.
Yeah.
Because they were charging. So they knew they were coming.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like they just walked and saw them. They were already in full charge mode.
Yeah. I don't know. It was interesting. The whole thing, they kind of got caught on the island. I was like, wow, this is kind of cliched. But, I mean, it worked. It served its purpose. But I was just kind of like, really? Like, I don't know. It served its story purpose, though, because, you know, it got Dany to leave Dragonstone. And...
With 3 dragons this time.
Well, because one had to die, duh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like...
That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You can't kill Drogon. You want to talk about plot armor, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, so... What's up?
The one that died was Viserion. Which makes a lot of sense.
That would be fitting, yeah.
So Jon's going to end up writing the one that's named after his father.
You're a clever man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I could see... Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Viserys ends up in the Night King's army. I don't know how to get his body all the way from Essos, but hey, it could happen.
Oh, man. But yeah, that was... I mean, I don't know why they didn't plan on, like, alright, we got this White Walker. Why didn't we decide to bring a sled with us to, like, just carry him on? I feel like that would have been a lot easier.
I like what MV Popper says. Why didn't he throw the spear at them when they were on the island?
He just watched. Yeah, he could have just, like, ended it all.
It looked like maybe that was the last spear he had, though, because I didn't see another one on the horse, so maybe he only had the 2.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Maybe what I'm saying is maybe they're too valuable to waste on stupid humans. Like, you keep them for
But yeah, he
special
could have
rare
just killed
game.
them when Drogon landed. He could have just went right after that one.
Yeah. So.
Instead, he had to show off his arm. Like, yo, check this out, guys.
Yeah. I guess not. I mean,
why would you need to though? If you charge in numbers.
I guess that's part of your tactic, right? Like your army is near infinite.
Yep, and then if they kill anything on their way there, you just res them and you got a new army.
Princess Peach, what are you drinking? Does the knight know how to talk? Like, when did you turn into William Shatner? Yeah, no, that's a good question. Do you think he can talk? He certainly seems...
I haven't heard him speak.
Yeah, but he seems keen on the upkeep. I imagine that's a thing they're saving.
Maybe
like, that's going to be...
Maybe because he's part... He seems to be able to do what Bran does with warging or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily warging, but he has that, like...
He seems to know what's going on.
Yeah, and he seems to be able to communicate that without actually having to say anything.
He had spears for dragons when they hadn't existed for how long?
Yep.
Like, come on, like... Yeah.
I think he's had that spear for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows prophecy, too.
Maybe.
Maybe he's the old three-eyed raven. Like, before the one that we met.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the battle was okay. It was kind of crazy, though, because just watching everybody fighting, and it was kind of like, okay, they're just, like, killing, like, level 1 undead. Like,
We got to see the Hound with the hammer, which was
that was
very
different.
unexpected. Yeah.
It was weird Gendry giving up the hammer. I was like, what? Dude, that's like your signature thing, man.
Let's talk about how he has like insane like stamina and endurance, probably from all the rowing.
Well, yeah, he did row around for about,
4 seasons?
Yeah. And working at the smithy, swinging that hammer all day.
Yeah,
I guess I'm surprised his cardio's that good, but I can get the endurance part. A little adrenaline, too. I mean... how long you think they can hold off?
Yeah.
Like you're kind of like, man, they're gonna die in about 3 minutes, and then they're coming for me. That'll give it a little pep in your step.
Definitely right to use Gendry so we can keep him in the series. I think he has more importance than we think he does. People keep thinking he's going to be the blacksmith, the forger. I was like, dude, he's tired of being a blacksmith. And he may teach someone how to do it and then just bounce out.
Weren't we saying last week he's going to rule the Stormlands when this is all over?
That's my assumption.
Yeah.
Because he's still a Baratheon. Baratheons are natural, like, their whole lineage is being a bastard, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he'll be Gendry Baratheon by the end of the series. If humanity wins. Yeah. That's true. They really should have waited a little longer.
I think they just wanted to get this over with.
Well, I guess it was Bran's letter that really kind of kicked them into overdrive, but...
That is true. I forgot he did send that out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, no Bran in tonight's episode either.
It's probably good. He's a little depressing sometimes.
This is true. He's quite a downer, Just hangs out with his bleeding eye tree all day,
Mm-hmm.
That'll make you depressing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Seeing that face all day, that'll get to you.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It seems like a lot happened, but it was really just one.
There weren't a lot of plot lines touched. That's really what the thing is. I mean, it was mostly just...
we had Cersei, no Jaime.
Yeah, it was Eastwatch and Winterfell. Did they even touch anything else?
Dragonstone.
Oh, yeah, which was kind of tied into that. But let's talk about that for a minute. Littlefinger's still alive because he's the smartest motherfucker. And he never does anything that's worth killing him for, that he gets caught on.
He never gets caught. He's like the perfect
He will
snake.
eventually. Sansa's his weakness. He'll get caught. But
Sansa's a weakness in general.
Fucking tell me about it. Here's what I was going to say. The dynamic between Tyrion and Dany's getting really bizarre. Like, even that little conversation they had at Dragonstone.
Between Dany and Tyrion?
Yeah. Because, like, it starts, she's like, I like you because you're not a hero, and it's all lovey-dovey. And by the end, she's like, fuck you, I'll do what I want. And it's like, wait, 5 minutes ago you were talking about why you love this guy. Like, It's getting really strained, and
it's because
Yeah.
she likes his mind, but she doesn't want to hear the truth behind it. She wants to just become that like vicious leader.
Yeah.
And I think Tyrion is like.
Well, you know what though? She's always been the
Tyrion
same
still
way.
holds that.
Marine, she always just wanted it over. Like,
Yep.
come on, just fucking do what I say. Just do what I say. And it was like, well, no, it's gonna take more work than that. You know.
But Tyrion, he keeps opening his mouth about his like caring with his brother and like how he still cares about his brother. He hates his sister, but he still cares about his brother, and that's still his family. And I think that kind of gets under her, like, dude, you're still a Lannister. Like, you're still a Lannister.
Yeah, and I think that's really working against him at this point. And then we saw next week that the meeting is coming up, which I'm surprised. I didn't think that was going to be this season. So
Yeah, that meeting is going to be great.
something bad's going to happen.
I think
something real
I
bad.
think Cersei's going to be like, if you guys can beat the Mountain, then we'll join. And then the Hound's going to show up, like, that's right. We're going to get Clegane Bowl. And we're going to sit there and we're going to watch a nice battle between two giants. You know,
I don't know. The last time that happened, I kept seeing Oberyn's brains for like days afterwards. I don't know if I want to see this again.
This is true.
Yeah.
Maybe the Hound dies and he gets revived.
That would be great. That would be so great. I would love that. Yeah, I don't know. I am surprised this meeting's happening in next week's episode, dude.
It's a good way to end the season, though.
Fucking right.
Yep.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be fucked up.
So far, like, the only things we can predict.
We
are,
saw
like, the
other
small
things
clouds.
too, though. Since we're already in the preview here, we
Yeah.
saw Grey Worm.
Yeah,
and
they're
his
right
guys.
outside King's Landing.
Yeah, we saw
The
them
Rocky?
sail. We saw them sailing up on
Blackwater.
Oh God, yes. No, was it Blackwater or was it on Euron's fleet?
It looks like.
Well, see, we don't really know where Euron's fleet is at this
I
point.
think he's still. I think when they show the ships coming in, his fleet's already there at King's Landing, so it shows Dany and her crew rolling up. Excuse me. So we see. I thought we saw. I saw
Theon.
Yeah, stupid Theon. He just happens to be there.
That's the question. People are like, "How's Littlefinger still alive? How the fuck is Theon still
Dude,
alive? For God's sakes,
little
just
shit.
kill him."
But yeah, so
Oh.
you see. I think he's going to end up being another ruler.
Yeah,
I
no,
think he's
probably,
just going to get Pike, yeah. But so you got Euron's fleets at the place, right? You have Dany's fleet coming in. You have Grey Worm and the Dothraki herd outside King's Landing, pretty much surrounding the place. And then that's how they all meet up. At least that's what it looked like I saw. So I can't imagine them taking anything else.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe she can't get knocked up besides being a Targaryen.
Why would she say that before they even kiss? That's really like full disclosure, man.
Dude, no, that's like, I can go raw, no kids. It's gonna be
That's-
a great time, man.
Yeah. I still don't quite understand that. They have not explained.
I
this
can't
can't
figure
have
it out.
kids thing.
Like, did she just assume because of the first one, or is that curse still?
Yeah, that's the thing. Was it that
Gone.
black magic? But I don't remember them ever talking about this before.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody remembers, it'll be Mal Reynolds, though. That I'm damn sure of. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she was with Dario and never got pregnant.
True. We don't really know how much was going on there. We don't know where she was in her cycle. I mean, we don't know if Dario can have kids.
Too many variables. Too
Yes,
many
that's there we go. Scientific method, people, for the win. Yeah. So,
aunt and uncle, right? No, aunt and niece or nephew. Is how they're related.
Yeah.
Because
Rhaegar's son. She's
yeah.
Rhaegar's sister. Yep, you got it. Aunt and nephew. Yeah. So, the meeting, we saw the thing with Grey Worm. We also saw something with Jaime and his army. I don't know if that's just everybody preparing for this meeting.
That's what it looked
yeah.
like. I think everyone's just meeting at King's
Like
Landing.
all the armies are just kind of, yeah. I don't know if it's King's Landing. Did that seem like King's Landing? Maybe. It definitely had that more. It had the more southern appearance. But why would you go to King's Landing? That seems fucking stupid.
Their whole that stadium looking, it's like a coliseum that they're meeting at.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Nah. I don't know. I wonder if it's some like I would think if I was Tyrion trying to set that up, I'd be like some kind of neutral location, not quite in King's Landing.
Now says it's the Dragon Pits.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Zoja, no, Ned Stark is not related to Jon Snow at all, actually. Or no, wait.
No, he is.
Yes. Oh God, this is.
He is actually.
Oh,
related.
this is. God, this is like
Why
trying
did
to.
he do that?
This is like a polygamist family tree, man. I can't follow it. I'm just.
No, he is related. He's,
Yeah, I'm like, no, wait. Oh, wait, yes.
That would be not her uncle, right?
Jesus. Right. Because that's
the-
his uncle. Does that make them like stepbrother and sister or something? Or
Because he is a
Brother-
brother, and Rhaegar would be his
but they're not.
brother-in-law.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, dude,
That would be
that's
his-
just no.
So that would be her uncle.
No, there's no relation.
Uncle-in-law.
No. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's basically what it would be.
And John's uncle now. Very true. What a fucked up family tree.
Yeah.
So you got a family that controls dragons and can't get burned. And you have a family with a guy who's been revived, a faceless warrior, and a guy who sees the future and the past and can warg into like people and animals. What a jacked up family tree.
Oh, it was destroyed during the Dance of Dragons. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How about this? You got the comment here from Black Atreyu. Ned is Danny's brother-in-law. John called her Danny.
That is true.
That was fucking weird,
yeah,
man.
he
I
did
caught
do
that
that.
right away. I was like, wait, what did he just say?
Yeah, he's trying to get in them panties, man. He's like, yo, I'm calling. You're not a queen right now. He said, my queen. I was like, okay, John, I see you. I see you, John.
But see, he can only do that when he's like half dead. When he's fully alive, he's just like, I don't touch sex, me Robo John. You know, duty, 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 duty. You know, like, fuck, come on, John. You know, think back to the cave, man. Oh wait, no,
He'll
wait.
get there. He'll get there.
Yeah,
He'll get there.
okay. Anyway,
They'll find a cave again.
yeah, that was pretty funny though, because Daenerys was kind of like, the last person who called me that was Viserys, and she was like, not quite the company you want to keep. It was like,
It's
yeah,
funny, though.
that's the only thing those two dudes will ever have in common. Yeah. Yeah. What did you understand the Benjen sacrificing himself? That was weird.
He told Bran in the last season that he couldn't go with them because he had something else to do. Like,
Right.
he still was like finding what he needed to do.
It was just odd that he wasn't like, oh, you know what? I'll hop on the horse and make sure you actually get the Eastwatch. You're only dying of hypothermia. Like, it was a very strange.
I think what they said in the end was that it was more like he was tired, like he's stuck in that half dead, half alive state.
Yeah,
It was
maybe.
like, just let him go.
Yeah. Yeah, Benjen was in 4 episodes, right? The first 2, the one where he saves Bran, the one where he saves Jon.
Yep,
Yeah. Cool character. He should have been in more.
dude, everyone loved Benjen.
Yeah.
Half white, so half what else?
Mm.
Maybe a typo. Might be a typo.
Yeah, I hope that this is another Shatner situation where it's half the statement than the other half. We'll say that was autocorrect. How's that? It was
yeah.
WIGHT, and it was like, you idiot. Oh, here.
This is the correct word. Half
Mexican.
Mexican.
Yeah, maybe. You know.
I can see it.
Yeah. They call them cold hands. So I guess
That was-
the white half is like from Scandinavia, like, you know. I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah, the Cold Hands is that was the name from the book, and it wasn't Benjen in the book. They just made it Benjen in the show.
Well, she's gonna have to train him just like her dragons. You know.
John is kind of.
I thought you were a skilled swordsman, Jon Snow.
God, he was. Oh, God damn it.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I still have this feeling Dany's getting kidnapped. That seems to me Cersei's best out, is if she can have her, then they won't attack with dragons or anything as long as she has her captive. So I feel like that's her end goal at the end of this whole thing next week is to get out of there with Daenerys.
I don't think she's gonna get out alive.
What if Euron just says, "Oh, wait a second, they're all gathered in one place?
Boom!
My ships have cannons, motherfucker! I'm the king!"
I'm thinking, like... I can't see Cersei kidnapping her and getting out of there.
I don't know how she... Hey, I didn't know how she escaped the fucking Faith Militant, and she got out of that shit situation she was in to start the season.
It's because she burned them from a tower. Like,
Hey,
she was
man.
far away from them when she burnt them down.
That's
man.
true.
Yeah.
It's true. She will be in danger.
I don't think she can run away from that, because the two armies are there. The Dothraki are not going to allow Dany
True.
to get taken. I do
Yeah.
think she's going to do, like, a whole champion thing again.
Be interesting.
Yeah. I think that's where the whole...
Who would she pick as hers? Because she
The
wouldn't pick...
Mountain. Why would she not
No.
pick
I meant Daenerys. Like, say she were to agree to that, a battle of champions for the kingdom.
someone would volunteer, and it'd probably be the Hound once he sees who he's fighting.
Yeah, but would you take the Hound of all the people you have to pick from?
If he says something about it. Like, maybe that's what the Hound's actual purpose is.
Drogon, yeah, I like that. See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, the Mountain's probably, like, really hard to kill now that he's, like, zombie mountain, you know?
Just
Like,
comes down, just grabs him up, one bite, and we're all good.
no, Cersei picks the Mountain, and then he just suddenly starts walking towards the north. Called on by the Night King to come join his allies. Yeah. You know what else was cool, though, that came out of this? I will admit I am very sad about the dragon being dead, but we're going to get dragon battles now.
Oh, I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, like, that's going to be some crazy shit. Now, you know, the CGI budget for the dragons is expensive, so that means probably only a 20-minute episode. But, you know, dragon battle.
I think one of the Star Kids are going to die this season.
I thought Arya might bite it tonight.
Yeah.
I was like, she's really intent on Sansa. I was like, watch a Littlefinger stab her in the back or some shit, you know? Like, I was waiting for it. And nothing happened.
Oh, Brienne's going down to King's Landing, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, that might keep Jaime in check a little bit if she gets there in time.
That's going to be crazy. That's a lot of people.
We haven't had that many key characters haven't been in the same place. Probably since the first episode of the series when Robert and Cersei came up to Winterfell. Yeah, like...
Yeah. That is true. Littlefinger will not get his hands dirty.
Unless he thought it was a smart move. Because if he did do it, Sansa would definitely think he's super loyal and saved her.
But that's her sister.
That's true, too. It'd be a bit messy. I don't know. Somebody else could have done it, though.
I think Arya talks to Bran, and Bran tells her the story about when Sansa had to sign it.
I don't think Littlefinger's going down yet. He's got a little more run in him. And with Brienne going, I thought she was the one most likely to do it.
Will they send the Raven back to Winterfell like, yo, I'm still alive, guys? Like, would Jon actually do that? And just let them know, like, yo, we're still alive, we're just going down to King's Landing.
He's in a boat, like, just daydreaming about blonde incest. Like,
well, he doesn't know it's incest yet.
Wow. Okay. He's Targaryen. It won't matter once he finds out.
She could kill him and wear his face. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That is within Arya's reach.
I was thinking she's going to do something like that, but not him. I was thinking she might, like, take somebody else out. Try to get info out of him or out of Sansa. As in,
like, a little person.
Although now Sansa knows, so I don't know.
Like it's the handmaiden or anything.
Or, well, I don't know if she'd kill a maester, but maybe.
No, she wouldn't.
Or one of his Knights of the Vale.
Probably the little girl that she saw help him out.
Maybe. Yeah.
Interesting. We're going to get some fun stuff next episode. And it's a long episode.
Oh, how'd you find that out?
It's another one of the 80-minute ones, I think.
Okay.
The last two are the long episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be good. Yeah.
Why did you just wear the hound face?
I don't think she has it, right?
She doesn't have his face. She's got to kill him to get the face.
Yeah, I don't know if Walder Frey's going to do her much good.
Nope.
Old Walder Frey. Oh man,
That's a funny thought. Sansa's gonna just assume that everyone is Arya.
I know. I was thinking that when we were talking about that a minute ago. It's like, wow, she's not going to trust anybody now.
No,
like,
man, she's gonna be paranoid.
Or she might not believe it. I don't know.
She's just gonna.
She
be
probably
super...
believes it though.
Dude, those are
she's
faces.
Sansa. She's so easy to manipulate. I don't think the Faceless God is chasing Arya, because I think this is exactly what he wanted her to do all along.
He seemed to not care once she escaped.
Yeah. And the Jock and Nagal just kind of was like, oh, yeah,
Whatever.
okay, good. Like, he seemed like he was like, oh, you finally figured out the fuck we were waiting for you to do. Like,
Yeah, but what did he want her to do?
learn the training as the Faceless Man, but still be herself.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
she's not every other Faceless Man. She's something special, you know?
Okay.
Like, she gets to hold on to part of her identity, because Faceless God probably wants some bodies from Westeros. Like, yo,
Yeah,
come on, man.
Collect some faces
Yeah.
for me, like, and send them back.
Like, I need to expand into new markets, you know? Like, this is, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Brienne's going south. Podrick's going south.
Yeah, because she.
Here's the question. Oh, no. Because Jaime's army looks like it's outside of the Colosseum. Because I was going to say, how are they going to have Bronn and Cersei in the same area?
Why not?
Because
She wanted to kill him. Yeah.
Well, those two hate each other.
And
They have it in their contracts. They can't be on, like, no scenes together.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah, the actors were dating, and apparently it ended so badly that they got it put into their contracts that they can't be on, like, in similar scenes. Why do you think Bronn always talks to Jaime now?
I never knew that.
Yeah. Like, there's never a scene with the two of them in it together. Like, yeah.
So it kind of adds like a double meaning when she said if she sees him, she's going to kill him.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she loved. Don't worry, I don't need to drum up any passion for this. It's all there already.
Wow, we got that scene in one take. All right. Just move on to the next scene, guys.
Wait, can we do it again? I liked that. Can we do it again? Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Golden Company thing. They did get the money from Highgarden into the walls before the dragon attacked.
That was just to pay their old debt.
Right,
So
but then Bravo
debt.
said they would.
But with the dragon, do you think they'll still do it?
That I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, the finale preview was at the end of the episode if you hung in there for a few minutes. I don't know if the one on YouTube, maybe it's longer or has more, but
Could be.
I doubt it. I don't know. Do you want to give much away?
Yeah, they usually do like a little extra, I thought, later on in the week if they do.
Yeah, just to make sure they get some YouTube hits.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I'm crazy, like, curious now to see what happens.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jon and Cersei never met. You got Jaime and Tyrion meeting again. Brienne and Jaime meeting again. The Hound's going to be down there seeing Brienne again.
His brother, who's a
And his
monster
brother.
thing now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Podrick and Tyrion reunion.
Yeah, you know, it did suck last week we didn't get the Bronn and Tyrion reunion.
Yeah, it was a small little, like...
No, you didn't see the two of them at all, did you?
Yeah, when...
No, you saw... Oh, yes,
yeah,
really
Bronn
quick when
introduced
he...
them, yeah.
when he walked...
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, the waif. Yeah, we talked about that on the show, Princess Peach. What was it, a week or two ago?
Did we?
Yeah.
Or the waif is Arya?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, because it all happened in the dark. We don't really know what happened, but...
Nah.
It's possible. But the only thing I don't get is, like, if she was the waif, why she would go back to Winterfell.
Yeah, no. And she wouldn't know her dog. You don't gain their memories. You just gain their...
Yeah,
voice
that's
and
true. Yeah, she wouldn't...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Like, that's the only problem with that.
Yeah, whenever they took over anyone's body, they never gained their memories or gained who they were. They just got their voice and their look.
It's a fun little game to play, but yeah, there's a lot of little things that don't mesh up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she would give two shits about that letter.
Yeah. There's just a lot of things that don't add up.
That's probably why they've always killed, or they always took the bodies of, like, lesser people. Like Arya first did it with what's his name, the knight that came over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she took one of the girls that he wanted to be with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then she took the who did she take? To kill Walter, she killed one of the maids and took their face,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
became him.
Yeah.
But she didn't gain his memories or anything. It's just like
It'd be funny if she started killing people as Ed Sheeran. Like, oh yeah, I murdered that whole band of Lannister troops, took all
no
their
more Ed
faces.
Sheeran, no more, no more.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this is what I don't know. After losing a dragon, if Daenerys is still going to do this. Or, I mean, would she bring the dragons and chance it again? Or, I don't know.
But I think Tyrion made a good point. Cersei's always thinking ahead, and she'll do whatever. So they have to think like her to actually do that. So I think that's why you got the two armies meeting up outside the castle just in case.
Yeah. What was good was when Tyrion and Dany were having that conversation in Dragonstone. She was like, so she's setting a trap, and Tyrion's kind of like, yeah, I would think she is, you know, which is good because that's kind of like, I was like, are they just gonna stupidly think she's gonna agree and not try to find a way to win if she can?
Tyrion's not dumb.
He's been pretty dumb.
Not necessarily.
Politically, he's good. Military, he's bad.
His military strategy worked. He just didn't take.
Sometimes he underestimates his own sister's cunning, though.
But no, I think his strategies made sense. You take Castle Rock, which is what they hold dear.
Yeah.
But Cersei got news that, hey, we gotta pay debt, so why don't we just take Highgarden?
Yeah.
And he didn't anticipate Euron because no one knew Euron was even there.
Yeah.
So it's like, based off of the information he had, he made very good decisions.
Yeah.
They just got surprised by some new stuff that's happened. If they had an inside guy, they would have had no problem.
Two dragons can but can't reproduce to create a dragon army.
Aren't they all male dragons?
I don't know if they are or not,
are
but
dragons all male?
No, they're not,
Okay.
because they used to have like the babies and all. But if you remember, one of the problems was that when the Targaryens came across from Essos, they brought 5 dragons with them. After the Doom of Valyria and all that, those were the only 5 dragons left in existence.
Okay.
And if you remember, there's one episode where Viserys talks about how the dragon skulls were lined up in the throne room, and as you got closer to the door, they started getting all small and stunted and like disgusting because from all the years of inbreeding, they couldn't produce healthy dragons anymore.
Okay.
So like 2 dragons, yeah, you could probably have some kids, but it's not going to last you
It's
many
gonna be
generations. Like
some
1,
small
2,
ones.
maybe, yeah. Yeah, because he even talked about how the ones back towards the throne room, or towards the Iron Throne, were even larger, and then at the very front of the room was whatever the big, nasty dragon was that
Valerian.
Aegon the Conqueror came
Valerian
in on.
the Black Dread.
Yeah, so... I'll tell you what, so last week was a bit of a down episode. This week did rebound pretty strong.
I liked last week's episode.
It wasn't bad,
Yeah.
but it was a little more of a setting the table kind of
Yeah.
thing for what was going to happen for the rest of the season. And boy, did it come back swinging hard this week. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Everything I read said it was the inbreeding with the dragons, but maybe not.
Yeah, because I remember them mentioning Tyrion said it to Dany about keeping them in cages was going to stunt their growth. And that's why Drogon was so big, because he was the only one flying around killing off farm animals.
Yeah. Yeah. That could be. We didn't see anything of the Army of the Dead, though, did we?
Not in the preview.
I'll tell you what.
We didn't see anything with dragons in the Army of the Dead in the previews.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's the end of the season for the Army of the Dead, because that's the high note to leave off on for them. Like, they got a dragon. Like, shit is on. Yeah.
True. It could
and
just show the Night's King riding one.
maybe. I don't know. I feel like
So
that's a entry scene for the following season. Kind of like how this year they started with the army marching and showed you the giants.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Uh, I wonder if could Daenerys die at the end of the season, just like Jon did a couple seasons ago?
She wouldn't come back.
Why?
I don't think she'd come back.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You want a shocker though for the end of the season? That'll get you there.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're getting a Hound versus the Mountain. We're getting something that involves the two of them. Whether they're fighting or they just meet up and the Hound realizes what his brother's become.
Yeah.
And then really is like, yo, fuck you, Cersei.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be something messed up probably.
I think one could die. I don't know who it would be.
Tyrion.
Tyrion?
His usefulness is running out. Now that Jon and Dany are together and everybody's on the same team. Like,
Tyrion's part of the big three.
Yeah, maybe he's not anymore. These days it's starting to feel more like Arya is one of the big three than he is.
Not yet. She has to do more than just be...
Well, she would have killed the damn queen by now if it hadn't been for, you know, Hot Pie. Damn Hot Pie ruining everything. I told you that dude was trouble. Oh, man.
Yeah, Tyrion's a big three. He's not dying.
No, Joffrey was a very early season death. Episode 2 of season 4.
Yeah, because they had two big things that happened that season, didn't they?
Well, Jon died at the end of the one season.
Yeah.
What would the other one be?
I think Joffrey dies in like the second or third episode.
That was, yeah. Because that was a rare early in the season death.
Yeah.
They made a big deal about that.
Oh, it was Oberyn.
Yeah, but that wasn't an end of season. That was like episode 7 of that season.
Well, they never ended the
or
seasons.
8.
Back then, the seasons ended on like, here's how everything is now.
Yeah.
Like episode 9 would be the big thing that happens in
I'm
episode 10.
trying to think. I thought there was
something
another.
else.
Oh, the Red Wedding, but that wasn't the last episode of the season.
None of the
second
big
to
events
last,
were
yeah.
always second.
But
to
it was
last.
it was always backloaded
Yeah.
usually though. Yeah. Because the Joffrey thing really caught everyone by surprise because it was the second episode of the season and it was like, what? Yeah.
I don't think Daenerys is dying. Kidnapped, injured. She can't die.
Well, the dragons would probably listen to Jon. He's a Targaryen.
He's a Targaryen.
Yeah. I don't know about the Dothraki or the Unsullied, though.
I mean, if she dies and Jon takes the reins, then they'll follow him because, you know, he's died. And the wildlings are pretty much Dothraki in the north.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jon will find out he's related to Daenerys when Bran tells him. But until then, no, he's not. Right? We've seen him get burned before.
Yeah, he's not immune to fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got burned from a little candle that he used to burn the white.
Oh yeah, they showed.
Oh, Sam! Shit!
They showed Old Town in the beginning of the
nothing
thing,
happened.
and nothing happened with
Yeah.
that plot line at all. Somebody fucked up over there.
Well, they always show what's in the season, and then if the episode has a new spot, then they add it in.
I think they've taken things out before.
Have they?
Yeah, I think they have.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's not like it's a big deal. It was just, I remember when it came up at the beginning, we were like, what the fuck happens at Old Town this week? And yeah, nothing did. Oh, now that he's been brought back, maybe he's immune to fire? We haven't seen him get burned since he came back, maybe?
That is true.
I don't know. I thought that dragon thing only existed in one person at a time, though, whatever that is.
What dragon thing?
Like, the Daenerys is, like, the dragon. Like, it was Rhaegar, and then everybody figured it was Viserys, you know. Because, like, that was, like, one of the things, was, like, you know, you can't be burned by fire or whatnot.
Yeah, but I thought that was just in Targaryen.
But we see it doesn't pass to everybody.
Yeah, it wasn't everybody has it.
Yeah,
I don't think there
so-
was, like, a reason for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was part of, tied in with whatever their magic is that allows them to control dragons or, yeah.
Then again, Viserys wasn't burned.
Oh yeah, it did show King's Landing, and we didn't. It shows King's Landing, I think, in every episode, no matter what, though. King's Landing and like Winterfell seem to always show up.
Yeah, Viserys
Yeah.
wasn't fired. He never got burnt. He had literally had melted gold poured in his face. He didn't have direct
Did he get
fire on him.
burned? I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, because I just rewatched a lot of the early episodes, and I don't remember him ever getting burned by anything. Yeah, oh fuck Qyburn, man, that dude.
Well, it's interesting in what he's got planned.
Yeah, he's a twisted fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
Caused a lot of problems.
Why he's no longer a maester.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. There weren't a lot of plot lines to chase down tonight, though. It was all pretty much about the dragons.
Yep, it was Dany and Jon, and that's all you needed. Oh, and Arya and Sansa.
Yeah.
Fucking Littlefinger.
Yeah.
I still don't know why Sansa sent Brienne, though. Right after Littlefinger. Maybe Sansa does not believe anything Littlefinger says.
Maybe, yeah, because he was saying about the thought that she would intervene. Maybe she's thinking about taking Sansa out and wants her out of the way so she doesn't try to intervene.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fucked. Which is fucked if that's what she's really scheming.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah, Qyburn's not a maester. He was a maester, then he started doing some dark stuff, and
Yeah.
they casted him out.
Jesse, yeah, I think Cersei might be lying about the pregnancy thing. That I don't know.
Not sure.
It's tough to say, but we don't have Mari Povich there to figure out if it's true, if Jamie's really the dad. So, yeah.
I'm trying to remember back to the prophecy. All her kids are going to die.
Yeah, I should rewatch that episode. Yeah, just to see that. It's true. Yeah, that was one of the things we did talk about. Was that Jamie was kind of starting to doubt after the battle with the dragon, and he was like, "We gotta surrender. We gotta, save ourselves." And
Yep.
and then the next time they talk, she's pregnant. Like,
Convenient.
and all of a sudden Jamie's back in the fight. Like, what a surprise! So yeah, it seems highly suspect. And not only that, but she put the icing on the cake and was like, "I'm going to tell everyone you're the dad this time." Like, of course he wants that.
Yep.
Like, yeah, he had to pretend his kids weren't his for years. Like,
This is
Yeah.
interesting.
yeah. I don't know. Anything else from tonight's episode?
No, nothing I can remember.
Yeah. Well, next week's the big one, man. Season finale. We'll fire this up one more time and go from there. Yeah.
Man. A lot of things can happen next episode. Too many people in the same area without one of them dying.
Yeah,
Being
no.
kidnapped or something happening.
I don't know. I still feel like Jorah Mormont has to die. Although, he didn't, and Dany and Jon are getting closer, but maybe he'll just step aside. I thought in that battle he was going to go for sure. Like,
I think he knew something was up.
Yeah.
I think, because I don't know how he figured it out, but just seeing how he would look at Jon the whole time and talk to him, like, he respects Jon a lot.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, the whole time they were battling.
Yeah. Yeah, and they seem to be doing okay, especially like Jon trying to give him back the sword, and then, him being like, "Nah, I think you're the one who should have it," Yeah. Yeah, I know. It kind of does. It just seemed like he needed to get out of the way, though, So, I don't know. Oh my god, will Jorah and Lyanna Mormont be at the same place? Oh, that would be
No, because
interesting.
he's heading down to King's Landing, too. Eventually, maybe they'll meet up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right, because the North's only sending Brienne, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Damn. That's what I want to see, is when she sees him. Because that little girl takes no shit. And
Yeah.
when she sees him, she's not going to be too happy, I think. Yeah, I thought Tormund was a goner for a minute, but Chris made a good point. Yeah.
Once it lasted past that like 10-second period of him being attacked, I was like, he's not dying.
Yeah.
There's too many people looking over at him like, oh, what?
Yeah, I know. It's a good point, too, because everybody who dies quickly. Like,
Yep.
nobody... Whenever it's that long, drawn-out scene, they live.
Somebody's coming to save him.
Yeah. Now, when it happened to John and it was the long, drawn-out scene, it took a couple episodes, but he lived. Yeah, that would have sucked. So, yeah. Yeah, Tormund, Brienne, that's got to happen. Yeah. Tormund killed me with that tonight, man. He was great. You know.
Him and the Hound need to be buddies more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although I kind of like them not being too friendly. It was
that's
funnier
what I mean.
that way.
They're going to be like the buddy cop type of drama, you know?
Yeah.
Where they're buddies, they're partners, but they really kind of dig at each other.
What did he say? He said, "Dick, I like it." I was like, I bet you do. So great, man. Oh, man.
That was great.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what?
I did like the Hound when he was setting Gendry straight, trying to tell him he's being a little bitch.
Oh yeah, right. Like he died 6 times. You don't hear him complaining about it. Like Gendry's like, the fuck is happening to my life, man? Should have just stayed at the forge.
Oh man,
This shit's crazy. Oh man.
I'm still interested to see what he's gonna do. Like, I mean, we have the prediction of the Stormland stuff, but like, oh, is he gonna go down to King's Landing too?
Ooh, be interesting.
Yep. Hey, bitch, remember me? Try to kill me at birth?
Oh man.
Gendry on the throne. Everyone keeps saying that. He's important, but he's not that important.
Yeah, no. But I guess he doesn't have a claim unless somebody names him Baratheon. Then...
Cersei's going to come face to face with a bunch of people who actually have claims to the throne, like legit claims.
Yeah.
Like you got Dany, you got Jon now, since we know his true lineage.
Well, nobody else does, though.
Nobody else does yet, but just the idea, like it's there. You got and Gendry.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Jaime can't ever try to make any claims because he's in the Kingsguard, so he's sworn away.
He has no land, no nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would?
Yeah, hackers have every episode, man. I just try to stay away from it.
Really
I'm like,
no point. Like,
yeah, it's no fun anyway. Why would you want to see it early? Like,
so
it's
you
more fun
talk
to
about it.
Yeah, it's more fun to see it and then do all this kind of shit and like talk to people and then the water cooler talk at work and like that's the fun is doing it all. It's that everybody's doing it at the same time. Like, I don't know. Plus, I don't know. People get so worried about spoilers. Like, oh, they said this happens. Like, and they could be lying.
oh.
Yeah.
Black Atreyu is right. He was kicked out. The Mountain is now the leader of the Kingsguard. He's the leader of the army.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Damn. The problem is he still wears fucking gold armor.
Well,
like,
they're maroon and gold. He wears
I know.
maroon and gold.
It kills me though because I keep thinking you're right though. Yeah, he's not Kingsguard.
And the Kingsguard now is all black.
Yes, I was going to mention that because I thought what was cool was when the battle at the Tower of Joy happened. You saw the Kingsguard and they had the dragon crest.
Yeah.
And the silver. You know, and then when Robert was the king, they did the gold.
And the stag.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was thinking, I was like, what are the Kingsguard for the Lannisters? And yeah, you were right with the black. Yeah. All right. Wrap this up, man. Or
I honestly don't know what Cersei's trying to do when there's only 3 Lannisters left. They better start popping out some inbred children, man.
I don't know. She's trying to be queen, man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll do it next week. Next week might be a long one, wrapping up the whole season. So.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Might have a special guest in studio. We don't know.
All right.
Studio, my dining room, right? Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks to everybody for showing up again. the chat just keeps getting better every week, man. All kinds of good stuff. So, I don't know. Until next week, rest in peace, dragon, and please have a moment of confusion when you fight against the other dragons. That would be great. Just kind of like, oh, my mom, oh, my boss, oh, I'm dead.
We haven't seen any of that happen, and if they do that, I'm gonna be kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that, like, family. I'm not really a white. What? Nah, fuck.
Yeah.
The cliche bullshit.
Dude, what if he has black fire?
I mean, I'm all for the blue. Like, that's what I'm expecting to happen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, take it easy. Thanks for hanging out.